Hello, 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 and welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, we are going to make an attempt to find Netherglade Island. A couple of episodes ago, I was all ready to do one of the building challenges for our multi-story treehouse. I was looking forward to it. I spent a few hours growing trees and gathering wood, and let's see, I can talk while we bounce. We want to go more to the north. That's still north, that's east. Let's just go this direction. And I did grab a boat, but that's for the return trip. I don't want to have to wait for everything to load. But anyway, so a couple episodes or so ago, my intention at the beginning of the episode was to build that treehouse. I harvested wood and planted saplings and waited for them to grow and harvested. I even used up all my bone meal, making the trees grow a little bit faster. And we ended up exploring, almost lost all that wood. Then, of course, I went on my rant about balance and rage quitting and knowing the difference between virtual and reality. So anyway, the building got put on hold, and I went to the map room and I got out a piece of paper and I made an attempt to sketch out the map so I could have a copy of it to look at as we went looking. We have signs so we can mark the islands as we find them. That way we can find them again. So, and at some point I would like to have some kind of a bridge system, a minecart system, something for fast travel, so that we can utilize all of these islands easily without this endless swimming or trying to boat and having to stop and wait 15 minutes for the chunks to load in. At least if I'm swimming, they load in a little bit smoother. Boats are really fast and they're awesome sauce, but it doesn't do me any good to use a boat and get there in 5 seconds if I have to sit still for 15 minutes to wait to see where I am, if I'm even there. I had to get a drink. Ice water is good. Because it gets quite annoying for me if I stop to let everything load in, and after a few minutes I realize there's nothing to load in. So it's just a waste of time. Okay, we are looking for Netherglades, and they should be past the Big Tree Island and the Fertile Islands, plural. And I'm not really sure unless the name indicates some kind of a landmark or something that will tell us that we're there. Something visible. Okay, are we still going north? Yes. Okay, there's northeast. There's west. So we need to be going north. As I mentioned in the previous video, glades makes me think of swamp or marsh. And of course, nether, being in Minecraft, makes me think of the nether. So I'm not really sure how far out we need to go. The last episode, I got turned around and we accidentally found the mainland, I think. This would be so much easier in creative mode. I could just fly. But then again, flying ends up with the same... It's not quite as bad as when you're boating, but flying you tend to have to stop and wait for everything to load in as well. Okay, are these melons? Because there are islands called the Melon Island Cluster. Those sure look like melons. And there's melons over there. So if this is the Melon Island Cluster, I need to go more west. And I'm not going to gather these right now. Yeah, we're going to say that's what this is. Melon Island Cluster. Let's get these coordinates. So yeah, I went a little too far east. Okay. 561.343. 62. Negative 796.432. Okay. So we need to go more west. That's south. So we're going to go west. I wonder if that island has melons as well. That's part of the cluster. It's hard to tell from this distance. I'm not seeing anything that indicates that it is. Okay, there's something ahead of us. That looks like Big Tree Island again, which we found last time. And if that's the case, then we need to swing a little bit more west because it's past it. But we need to take a nap. This makes me think of Stranded Deep. Oh, what was his name? It wasn't Vortak. Was it Splattercat? I think it was Splattercat that did a series on Stranded Deep. And one of his videos, he's talking about how he had to mark the islands and go. Let's stay on land as long as we can. It's a little faster travel. Yeah, we marked these. This is where we were. Okay, yeah, so we need to go this way. Yeah, because the fertile islands are to the left. Yep. I think we're on track. But anyway, he was talking about how he basically plotted a course and made a map for himself so he could figure out which island was which and which one he had already explored and different things like that. And it sounds really tedious, and it kind of is. But that's part of survival. I mean, this is supposed to be a survival game, and part of survival is learning your surroundings and what's available and what isn't. Okay, that's more big trees. Do we need to go even more west? And part of me is really, to be honest, part of me wants to go, screw it. I'm not going to sit here and look for all these little islands. But at the same time, I don't feel challenged by the survival aspect of Minecraft the way I used to. When I first started playing, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, we got to get a shelter, and oh my gosh, you got to get coal, and oh my gosh, you got to get food, and you have to hurry up and get it all done by nightfall, and what if the mobs get me? And there's a little bit of a, I wouldn't necessarily call it an adrenaline rush, but you can feel a little bit of the pressure that you're under a crunch, that in order to survive in this survival game, that you need to accomplish these certain goals to ensure your survival. And once you figure out, well, if I can find sheep, all I need is a workbench, 3 blocks of wood, 3 planks of wood, 3 blocks of wool, and if I get to bed right when the sun first goes down and it lets me go to bed, then I don't even have to worry about having a house. I don't have to worry about coal. I don't have to worry about anything else because I can just sleep through the night. There's no monsters, so there's no threat. So the element of survival is reduced significantly. Even in hardcore. I've played hardcore. I play it on hardcore on hard mode. And after that initial start, it's not that much different than playing regular. And I don't always want to be challenged. There are times when I just want to play to play. I just want to mess around. And I will, admittedly, I'll start a new world and I'll build up my little base and I'll go explore. And how are we finding the dark oak again? Okay. Maybe we need to go back this way. Or maybe I just don't have enough information of what the Netherglade Island actually is. Because that's mainland. I'm almost positive. Alright, let's go north. And see if we can find it that way. But, so I try different challenge maps. Skyblock, Pingy's Fishing, Treasure Island 1 and 2, and I have a ball with them. And of course I love to build too. It's not just about the survival and the challenge. I do a series where I'm just doing creative builds. I don't bother, even though I actually prefer to play in survival. I enjoy gathering my resources and building up my supplies, my stock. I actually enjoy that. Okay, this looks like some kind of a gateway. I wonder if this is a random generation or if this is supposed to be some kind of a marker, like you're about to go past the custom map. Hmm. Well, I may have to do some research. I may have to go to the library tomorrow and research online and see if I can't get more information about this Netherglade Island. All those pumpkins. Yeah, chances are either I'm not going far enough out, let's see, yeah, that's north. We'll go north for a little while longer and see if we can find it. I just may not be going far enough. Those look like big trees to me. Oh, wait a minute. No. We found this island already. I wonder what's down there. Okay, I don't know. It's one of those conundrums where it's like, okay, so do I keep going and end up wasting an hour searching, or do I just call a stop and hope that 3 more minutes I would have found it? Your car starts breaking down. How much money do you invest in it before you finally say, it's a waste of money to put any more money in this car? See, the thing is, the Netherglade could be something underground. It wouldn't necessarily be something that we would be able to see, but they're still quite, these are all big trees, so anyway, we will look for a little while longer and see if we can't find it. Or find something that indicates that it would be called Netherglades. But anyway, the thing is, I was half tempted to say, screw it, I'm not gonna do this map thing, and I'm not gonna spend all this time exploring, bouncing around in the water. But at the same time, that's part of the allure of the custom challenge map, is that it's challenging. Not a lot of the objectives that are listed in the challenge room are that difficult. And this isn't what I would consider difficult, but you do have to stick with it. There was a time when I was unaware of sites out there such as mineatlas.com or chunkbase.com, and I would spend real life days trying to find a particular biome, primarily jungle or mesa. Oh my gosh, I would get so frustrated. See, the thing is, I find stuff like this and I think, wow, this looks cool. But part of me wonders if the creator of the custom map did this and intentionally got this look, or if this is a natural generation for the game. Because naturally, Minecraft produces some really cool looking terrain. Okay. Alright, well, I think we're going to have to call it on the Netherglades, because I am not seeing anything. This to me looks like a natural part of the mainland, and I could be mistaken, easily be mistaken, but that may just be something that we have to find accidentally, or I may have to just break down and do some serious exploring off camera and then flip the camera on after I find it and go, would you believe I finally found this silly island? Because so far I am not seeing anything that appears to fit that name. Then again, it doesn't necessarily mean we haven't already found it. It's possible that we've passed it 15 times already, but the thing that would lend its name could be underground. It might look like a plain old ordinary island from up top. One of the hints, one of the signs in the challenge room said that some of the secrets are well hidden. So there's no reason to believe that we should just, be able to easily find everything. It bothers me that we haven't found that, though. It's gonna bug me. It's a gonna bug me. It's a tails, it's a tails. A lot of the stuff that was listed for exploration we've already found, because a lot of it is in that cluster over there by the pigs. Well, I say a lot of it. What are we coming up on? That's not dark oak. That's just trees close together. Okay. Cactus Island is right by our pigs. Raintop Island, I'm not quite sure Spiral deep chasm leads to lava cavern. I think that spiral deep thing that you do, I think we've already done that, to be honest. It sounds like there's some kind of a water current that you can ride down into the cave system. That's what it sounds like to me, which we have done more than once, exploring that cave system underneath the pig spawn. Then there's a slime and diamond island, and Snowdrop Island looks like it should be way back. So we shall see. The ravine I've already found. So, and the great oak we've already found. The ruined lighthouse, not quite sure. I think it's one of those islands that we found, but we weren't quite sure what it was. So we'll give it another look. I think it might be, I don't know. We'll have to give them another look. A little more intense look. I was kind of rushing through it last time. I would like to figure out which one is supposed to be slime and diamond island. Because we did find a slime spawner in their cave system, under the pigs. But I've yet to see any slime, so we shall see, we shall see. All we can do is get some kind of an outline and try to get some kind of an idea, to get a picture in our head as to, okay, this is going to be over here, that's going to be over there. So when we're ready to do this, then this is where we need to go for that. And so that's pretty much what we're trying to do right now, is to get some kind of an outline, some kind of a system going. All right, so we are back at I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh, that hurt. We are back towards our spawn point. So I think we will try to go ahead and label the ones that are by our pigs. We know for sure where Cactus Island is. Are those sheep? No, that was just stuff looking weird from a distance. Okay. Alright, so we know where Cactus Island is. So we're going to go there. We're going to throw a sign down on Cactus Island. And I am going to write the coordinates down, just so we have something to work from. Even though it doesn't have any cactus there anymore. That was a chore, gathering all that up. There was a ton of it. What did we say? 10 stacks of 64 cactus? Cacti? Cactus blocks? However that's properly said. Alright, so we are coming up on Cactus Island. Okay. This is where all the cactus was, right here. So this is Cactus Island. My hand is cramping from doing all that swimming and bouncing. Okay. Cactus Island. Let me go ahead and write that down. Because from where we are, it's easy to find. But, excuse me, if we end up out in the middle of nowhere, okay. Alright, so we have coordinates for Cactus Island. Now, according to the map, in the map room, the spiral deep chasm leads to the lava cavern. Okay, Raintop Island. I'm gonna say that's probably Raintop Island right there. Because of all the waterfalls. Is it bedtime already again? I think it is. Good Lord. All right. Wow, all these waterfalls are lagging me. What is in here other than a ton of glowstone? Diamond down here. And that's not low enough to be legitimate. Nope. That was put there on purpose. Okay. Let's look around. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is Raintop Island. Because of the waterfalls. Alright, let's put a sign up. Okay. And if we get these wrong, we can always shift them or redo them. It's not like it's a permanent forever. Well, that was redundant. It's not like it's a permanent thing. 769,199, 63, and negative 45.653. And if you do use coordinates and you do use the teleport command, it is not necessary to use all of the numbers after the decimal points every time. But you want to be careful, because if you just use the whole numbers, it'll just put 0.5. And depending on the area you're teleporting to, that could make a difference. I have had it throw me into the ocean before. Alright, so our pig island should be the spiral deep chasm that leads to the lava cavern. But you know what? I think it does. I think this is it, because we went, first of all, we've slid down that water multiple times. I've already said that. But the other thing is, we did find a cavern that had lava everywhere and had that chest in the middle with all the arrows. Remember that? So I am going to say that this is spiral deep chasm, except I'm going to spell it right, unlike someone else. Okay. All right. Spiral deep chasm. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and write down these coordinates. 794,181, 67, negative 142.570. Okay. So Slime and Diamond Island Okay, Raintop Island is there. So Slime and Diamond Island should be this way. I cannot believe all these pigs. Cannot believe all these pigs. And I think it's my fault for killing too many of them at one time. Okay, there's cactus, there's that. So it should be this way. It should be close. I was thinking it would be closer than, well, we can still see that, so we haven't really gone that far. But it's kind of hard to tell the proportion, the ratio, or however that should be said, because the map room is obviously not exact. Okay. Surely it's closer than that. We can't see our pigs anymore. And according to this, it would be straight southeast of the pigs. Well, we're going south. That's west. That's east. Alright, let's keep going. Now, if we find Snowdrop Island, we've gone too far. But the map room makes it look like that Slime and Diamond is like right there. course, our pig island may actually be Slime and Diamond Island. And then that spiral, the little water swirl, is in the middle of it. That may be why they're so close to each other on the map. That may be it, because we know for a fact that we have a slime spawner under our island. So yeah, I think that's all one. Yeah, we're going to count that as all one thing, unless we find out otherwise. Okay, are we gonna, is this gonna be another one of those like the Nether Glades? Am I gonna swim right past it and end up at the mainland? Southeast. Okay, there's south. There's east. Snowdrop Island in the map room looks like it's quite a distance from Raintop and the pigs, so we may be okay still. I hope we find some land soon, though. Whether it's Snowdrop Island or not. Keep hoping something will load in. But we're swimming, so if we're gonna hit it, we'll just hit it. It's not like a boat that gets broken. My gut tells me we've gone too far. But at the same time, I can just see it now. I say, okay, that's it. We're not going to look anymore. And then I do research and find out we were 2 seconds away. I was playing on a map and didn't have internet at the time. And RC called me on the phone. I was like, hey, I have spent days looking for the Mesa biome. Would you please get online for me real quick and look this up? Here's the seed number. And go to mineatlas.com. Here's the seed number. Would you please tell me where to find the flippin' Mesa? And he was like, oh, yeah. There's one like just right northwest of your spawn point. You've got to be kidding. I went south. And we're talking real days, not just game days. Several real life days I spent looking for this mesa. And come to find out, had I gone the opposite direction, I would have probably found it in about 15-20 minutes. And again, that is an actual survival aspect. you go the right direction and you find fresh water, or you go the right direction and you find something you can use for safe shelter, or, you know, as opposed to becoming dehydrated or, oh, there's land. As opposed to becoming dehydrated or starving to death when you could have eaten, or, you know. Okay. I'm gonna guess this is not... Ah, there's something there. Okay, we're gonna go check out this island over here, and if this doesn't look like Snowdrop Island... Why do I keep hearing things like there's something after me? That looks like sand to me. It does not look like snow. It's definitely an island, or it appears to be from here. Ooh, acacia. I'll have to come back here off camera and get some saplings. Yeah, this is a savanna. This is definitely not something that would be considered a snowy island. I think we have surpassed the boundary again. Ugh. I am going to write it down though. Savannah 1431.199 68230.414. Okay. We are going to head back. Northwest. Well, as if we're going to our spawn point. As a matter of fact, let's make a boat real quick. I didn't bring it. Oh, I have a boat. Let's use the boat. If we find it, we find it. If we don't, we don't. Alright. That's west. That's north. So we'll go this way. Yeah. Straight shot on the compass. Oh gosh, it is getting late. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, why am I getting hungry? I ate. That was last night. It's been a minute. Oh no, no, Mr. Squid, no, no. And I'm not worried about letting the biomes or islands or anything load in this time. If we run into it, we run into it. If we don't, we don't. Looking for a fast track back. That's what we're going for. Fast track back. part of me doesn't want to do the research online. I kind of want to find it myself. But at the same time, this kind of thing frustrates me. I feel like if I put in a certain amount of time, wow, we are already back at the pigs. I feel like if I put in a certain amount of time, then I'm justified. Are you trying to drown me, Mr. Squid? Then I'm justified in looking it up. And see, this is what I'm calling the spiral. Because this is what we ride down. Look. We can always come back up. Where is that? See, here it is. That is a slime spawner. So that has to be the spiral. We probably have just knocked some of the water sources out. Okay, all I did was go in a circle. Over here. No, that's not where I want to go. Over here is where I want to go. No, it's not. Down here, maybe? Oh, I'm getting turned around. Wow, this place is full of pigs. Ah, that's so funny. Yeah, we'll just go up here. We can make it. We've done it before. We have done it before. Ah, come on. You gotta get it just right. Come on, stay with me. No! Stay with me. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. We're almost there. I can see the squigglies. Come on. 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 Yes. Air. Air is good. Alright. So we're going to come back here to Pigville. So yeah, that's definitely Slime and Diamond Island. And we did find diamonds in the tops of some of the trees. Of course, I found some on the mainland, or the main island as well. Okay. We are here. Probably should eat so I can heal up. Alright, I think this will be a good spot to break this off. It's probably still too long. And there's Raintop. So we are gonna go back. The Great Oak, we were there earlier. It's off that way somewhere. We'll go find the Great Oak. And then the ruined lighthouse should be just to the right of the Great Oak. And the ruined lighthouse may be that place where I went in through that gate. That might be what that was supposed to be. We'll have to do a little bit more looking around and see if there are any other landmarks or indications other than that trellis looking thing, because that didn't really look like a lighthouse. So, but there might be something else on the island that does. Anyway, that's going to be our next goal. Will be the Great Oak and the ruined lighthouse, and that should be easy peasy because we have been there, at least to the Great Oak. And then we still have Snowpine Island and the English Trade Galleon. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We may take a break from it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. I do want to thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I say that a lot. It's not just lip service. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Some people, some YouTubers are real big on, you have to subscribe and give me a like and leave me comments and blah, blah, blah. That's great. If you want to do that, that's awesome. That really is awesome. But that's just icing on the cake. The fact that you watched my video, that's what means a lot to me. That really does mean a lot to me. So, thank you very much. And we will see you later.